John Dumelo, once one of Ghana's most celebrated movie stars, shocked many when he stepped away from the film industry in 2017 to fully commit himself to agribusiness. What started as a bold gamble has since grown into a farming empire stretching across vast acres in the Volta and Northern regions, where he cultivates maize, rice, ginger, and vegetables at commercial scale. Today, a single maize harvest from his farm pulls in over 15 million Ghana Cedis in just 3 months, roughly $4 million, quietly positioning him as one of the most influential farmers in West Africa. Beyond the money, the real power of the success lies in impact. Every farming season, John Dumelo creates jobs that employ over 400 young people, turning agriculture into a source of dignity, income, and hope, while proving that modern farming can be both profitable and attractive to the youth. His work on the land eventually earned him his seat at the table of national leadership, and in 2025 he was appointed Deputy Minister for Food and Agriculture, where he continues to push young Ghanaians towards large-scale commercial farming. Today he is not just a minister but a dollar multimillionaire with an estimated net worth of exceeding $55 million. Yet this success did not come easily. Long before the political titles, before the recognition, and even before the social media praise, John Dumelo was once Africa's most popular actor who, despite fame, struggled financially and realized that applause alone could not secure his future. Changing his destiny required a hard pivot from comfort and into purpose. This is a story of a child actor who rose to continental stardom, then deliberately walked away from red carpets to embrace tractors, seedlings, and harvest seasons, and in doing so built a life far greater than anyone imagined. John Dumelo's journey began far from the parliament buildings and large-scale farms. He was raised in Bala in the OT region, in a home where discipline was non-negotiable and excellence was expected. His father, John Dumelo, worked as a civil engineer, while his mother, Antoinette Dumelo, served as a custom officer. Together, they provided a stable middle-class upbringing rooted in structure, responsibility, and strong moral values. His early education began at Christ the King School in Accra, where his sharp confidence and natural curiosity quickly became evident. Even as a child, Dumelo showed a maturity beyond his years, balancing play with purpose and learning the value of responsibility early on. Growing up between the pace of city life and the simplicity of rural communities gave him a rare perspective, one that helped him understand both privilege and potential. That early exposure would later influence how he viewed leadership, work, and service. His formative years continued at Achimota School, an institution known for producing some of Ghana's most influential leaders. There, Dumelo thrived in an environment that emphasized discipline, creativity, and national consciousness. It was at Achimota that his love for performance deepened through active participation in the school's drama club, sharpening the skills that would later define his acting career. Yet even then, his interest extended beyond the arts. Well before adulthood, John Dumelo had already tasted life in front of the camera. At just 7 years old, he made his acting debut in the 1991 film Baby Thief. The performance revealed a rare confidence and natural screen presence that set him apart from his peers. Acting quickly became a consistent part of his life, but it never replaced his commitment to education. Instead, both paths grew side by side, reinforcing his belief that identity should never be limited to a single lane. The young John displayed a natural ease in front of camera, but it never distracted him from education. After secondary school, he gained admission to Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology to study civil engineering, although he did not complete the program. His time at KNUST further broadened his worldview. He became well known on campus, even winning the Mr. University contest, a reflection of his charisma and growing public presence. His desire to understand governance and leadership later led him to enroll at the Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration, where he pursued studies in public service and governance. However, as he grew older, acting remained a constant thread in his life. By the early 2000s, John Dumelo had become a household name across Ghana and much of Africa. He transitioned smoothly from child actor to leading man. Starring in over 100 films across Ghanaian and Nollywood cinema, his face became synonymous with romance, charm, and box office success. At a time when the Ghanaian movie industry was thriving, Dumelo was at the center of it all. He was young, famous, financially comfortable, and admired by millions. Across West Africa, his popularity soared. In Nigeria, Kenya, Sierra Leone, and beyond, audiences recognized him instantly. For many young people, he represented success in its most glamorous form, fame, admiration, and little to no money to show for it. But behind the scenes, Dumelo was paying attention to something most people ignored. As the years went by, Ghanaian film industry began to shrink, funding became inconsistent, production quality fluctuated, and opportunities were no longer as abundant as they once were. While many of his peers tried to hold on, hoping for a revival, Dumelo started thinking differently. He was not panicking, but he was observing. He understood something fundamental about sustainability. Any industry that depends solely on trends and public taste is fragile. Around 2012, curiosity pushed him out of the city and into the countryside. He began traveling extensively across Ghana, not for film locations, but to understand land, food production, and rural economies. What he discovered disturbed him deeply. Vast expanses of fertile land were lying unused. While the country continued importing food worth billions of dollars, communities with the capacity to feed themselves were struggling, and young people were abandoning farming because it was seen as dirty, poor, and outdated. This contradiction made no sense to him. Ghana described agriculture as the backbone of its economy, yet food imports kept rising. The average farmer was Asian, with most farmers well above 50 years old, while the youth chased white-collar jobs that barely existed. Dumelo saw a ticking time bomb: food insecurity, youth unemployment, and economic dependency converging into one crisis. Instead of complaining, he decided to act. His entry into agriculture was not smooth or glamorous. Like many first-time farmers, he made costly mistakes at one point, and his strange farm manager betrayed his trust, and he lost all his livestock. Years of effort vanished almost overnight. For many people, that loss would have been enough to quit. But Dumelo did not romanticize farming. He approached it the way he approached engineering and business, through learning, adaptation, and resilience. He studied farming seriously. He learned about soil types, crop cycles, mechanization, climate patterns, storage, logistics, and market demand. He did not rely on guesswork or tradition alone. He treated agriculture as an enterprise. By 2017, his commitments became official with the establishment of Mellow Farms. This marked a turning point. He deliberately stepped back from acting and redirected his energy, capital, and time in agribusiness. While he never fully abandoned movies, farming became his primary focus. Mellow Farms expanded rapidly, from maize to rice, ginger to vegetables. Dumelo required and developed over 2,000 acres of farmland across the Volta, Northern, and OT regions. These were not vanity farms for social media pictures. They were operational, mechanized, and production-driven. Tractors replaced hoes, planning replaced improvisation, and data replaced assumptions. The results were staggering. From a single maize harvest season, his farm generated over 50 million Ghana Cedis in just 3 months. This was not a projection of government-backed initiative. It was entirely self-funded. No grants, no political favors, no subsidies, just land, planning, labor, and execution. But beyond revenue, the real impact showed in people's lives. Every season, Mellow Farms employs between 300 and 400 young people: harvesters, drivers, machine operators, processors, packers, logistics handlers, jobs that put food on tables and dignity in pockets. In a country where youth unemployment is a major challenge, Dumelo quietly built a system that absorbed young labor at scale. He did not stop at raw production, understanding that real wealth in agriculture lies in value addition. He moved into processing. In 2021, he began food processing, starting with ginger. This decision opened up opportunities for young people who were not interested in field work but wanted involvement in agribusiness through packaging, marketing, and factory operations. He began constructing a ginger processing factory in the Goan district of the OT region, with long-term plans to establish a rice mill. While such facilities require investments running into hundreds of millions of dollars, Dumelo viewed them as necessary steps towards national food security. Processing reduces waste, increases shelf life, improves quality, and keeps more money within the local economy. Today, Don Dumelo is worth over $50 million. However, this vision extended beyond personal profit. He openly championed local consumption, pushing for Ghanaians to eat what they grow: rice, poultry, tomatoes, maize. Items Ghana had the climate and capacity to produce were still being imported at massive cost. In 2021 alone, Ghana imported nearly $2 billion worth of agricultural products. Dumelo saw this as an economic failure and a mindset problem. Through social media, he documented with both his successes and struggles. He showed flood fields, delayed rains, pest attacks, and machinery breakdowns alongside bumper harvests. His honesty resonated with young people. Farming no longer looked like punishment, it looked like purpose. He began mentoring young farmers, directly responding to messages, sharing advice, and encouraging peer mentorship. His influence made agriculture aspirational again. When a movie star chooses farming and thrives, perceptions shift. Over time, his work earned him not just public respect, but political responsibility. In 2025, John Dumelo was appointed Deputy Minister for Food and Agriculture in Ghana. It was a natural progression, not a cosmetic appointment. He was no stranger to the sector. He had dirt under his nails, losses in his records, and harvests to prove his competence. What surprised many people was how little the title changed him. Despite being a dollar millionaire, Dumelo continued to live simply. He moved without heavy security, ate street food, interacted freely with ordinary people, and carried himself without unnecessary packaging. He understood that status does not require performance. In a society obsessed with appearances, his lifestyle quietly challenged a culture of pressure and pretense. The contrast became a lesson in itself. Here was a man who had achieved fame, wealth, and political power, yet lived with calm confidence. While many young people felt pressured to perform wealth they did not have, his story reframed success. As Deputy Minister, he continues to push in policies and narratives that attract youth into commercial agriculture. He understands the numbers. Life expectancy in Ghana hovers around 64 years, while the average farmer is 55. Without youth, replacement food production will collapse. His mission is not symbolic inspiration, but structural change. Dumelo's farms now integrate crop production and livestock. Maize grown on his fields feeds his animals, cattle, goats, pigs, snails, grass cutters, creating a closed-loop system that maximizes profits and minimizes waste. This is not hard labor for labor's sake. It is smart agriculture. His background in engineering shows in his systems thinking. Timing, efficiency, scale, and sustainability define his approach. Farming is, in his motto, is not about suffering. It is about strategy. From a child actor in Baby Thief to a leading man in over 100 films, from a curious traveler observing fallow lands to a large-scale agribusiness owner, from a private citizen employing hundreds to a national leader shaping policy, John Dumelo's journey is not accidental, it is intentional. He represents a new archetype for African success, one that blends this visibility with value, influence with impact, and ambition with responsibility. Today, when young Ghanaians and Africans look at him, they see more than an actor turned farmer. They see proof that one soil can build empires, that agriculture can be modern, profitable, and dignified, and that real legacy grows from what you feed, not just what you show. John Dumelo did not abandon the spotlight because he failed in it. He walked away because he saw something bigger growing the ground. And by choosing the farm over the facade, he cultivated not just crops, but a future one harvest at a time. Before this video comes to an end, make sure you don't miss what's coming next. Right here on your screen, there is a video ready for you to watch, and trust me, you don't want to skip it. Just click on it now. Yes, go ahead and tap it so you can jump straight into the next video we've prepared for you. Don't wait until this video ends because it will go away. Click now. I'll see you in the next video.